Welcome back to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB Racing presents the LPB N300 Touring Series. This is round 6, race 1 from Brands Hatch, Indy. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB N300 Touring Series here on GTSport. This is round 6 of the championship here at Brands Hatch Indy Circuit in Britain, and this is race 1 from Brands Hatch. Let's take you through the grid then for this one. So it is Sarex who gets pole position then in the Crown Athlete, with TY second. He's in the Genesis this time. Neil Farmack third in the TT, with Bidster in the Megane in 4th place. Scott in his Megane in 5th. Pash is this time in the TT in 6th. Techno in the Megane in 7th. You can see a pattern happening here, guys. With Will in 8th in the TT. The Megane of Twerdy is 9th. With Unforgiven in 10th in the TT. Nifty That Ninja 11th and Firepower in 12th, both in TT. So a lot of TTs and Meganes in this one, with a Genesis and a Crown Athlete chucked in there. So Sarex takes pole position then from qualifying. So here we go then, 22 laps per race of the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. Revs rise here at Brands Hatch. And away we go, and Neil Farmack gets a good start in the TTs. Obviously all the TTs getting brilliant starts there compared to the Renaults. And down towards turn 1, Sarex gets the best of all of them in the Crown Athlete. He leads the way into turn 1. It's TY on the inside of Pash for 3rd place, and he gets into 3rd in the Hyundai. And then everyone else in the Renaults and the Audis battling further back. Will on the outside in the Invisible Glass Audi Sport Car. Then we've got the Defecates car of Bidster on the outside there, with Nifty running the Audi further back, and Bidster goes to the inside of Will and Scott. 3 wide into Graham Hill Bend, and Bidster gets the inside but taps Will a little bit. Will runs wide and holds onto the position. So the Audis and the Meganes will be quite even on this one. The Audis will be a bit better in the corners, and the Meganes will have slightly more top end speed as we go into clearways. And Scott goes for the lunge on the inside. Touring car style move there from Scott. Leaves Bidster running out wide, which means Unforgiven can get up the inside, as well as Nifty That Ninja, his teammate. But the Megane now will have the better straight line speed here, and the Megane of Bidster will pull ahead as he catches Scott. Everyone else into Paddock Hill Bend. Further up front we have TY and Neil side by side. Neil goes past the TT, and everyone else into Paddock Hill Bend, getting rather messy further back, with Ninja and Twerdy going sideways there in their cars. Up to Druid. Scott holds 5th place. Unforgiven on the inside of Will into 7th. Techno in 9th. Nifty 10th. It's all happening here. A little bit of contact there between Techno and Will, and more contact as we go down the hill, as we got Unforgiven going wide there. Unforgiven goes wide. They are not teammates, even though they look some very similar cars. As you go down towards McLaren, there's Bidster trying to get past Scott on the inside, looking for a way through. No way through there. Further back, Unforgiven holds the inside line against Will, who goes wide on the outside. Nifty tucks the Audi on the inside of Techno's Megane, but again, no way through is found. A brilliant race in this, and this is only the second lap of 22. We've got another 20 laps of this, guys. Incredible. Up over the start-finish line then, Sarex pulls out his lead, with being the only Crown Athlete on the track. Good strategic stuff here from Sarex. This could be a dominant win for him. TY second in the Hyundai. This looks good for them to get some more points up in the championship, while everyone else is fighting. And when I mean fighting, I mean literally fighting. Techno goes to the inside of Unforgiven. Unforgiven goes for the cut back on the inside, further back. And there we are, Unforgiven in 7th place. And Will runs a bit wide in the background. Ninja just, well, not quite following him, but goes wide as well. Twerdy on the inside of Techno further back as well. The 2 Renaults go side by side through McLaren into clearways, and Techno holds off Twerdy there. And they go around the corner. Firepower just on the back of them as well in the Audi, so gone from the Beamer to the Audi this time. But the Renaults will have better top end speed. Back up towards the front, Neil Farmack trying to put the pressure on TY. He's staying with TY, but TY just puts a little bit of a faster... Neil puts a bit of a faster lap in than TY that last time round. Bidster going for a move on Scott into Druids. Bidster on the inside in the Defecates car, and goes straight to the inside line and goes through. So Bidster up to 5th place then. He's the lead Megane in this race, because it is a Crown Athlete in front of Sarex on a 54.1. Brilliant lap times there from Sarex, and definitely a car difference, but still got to have the talent to get it up there anyway. He slides his way around the last corner, can have a bit of fun if he wants. TY second in the Hyundai, then it is the Audi of Neil in the Skittles racing car, with Pash in the Derby Rams car in fourth. Fifth is Bidster leading McGann in the Jaffa Gates car, with Scott in his independent monster car in sixth place. He was paired with Domingo at the start of the season, but Domingo has had to disappear for personal reasons, so Scott now on his own for the rest of this season. Unforgiven in seventh place in the Audi, with Nifty Dark Ninja 8th in his Audi. Then it's the other Audi of Will. Then it's finally a couple of Renaults at the back of Techno and Twerdy. So plenty of Audis and Renaults on track in this one, because it is a shorter track. Not many people opting for the top speed. But looks like Cyrex has managed to trump everyone. So everyone else has gone for that car, and Cyrex has gone for the Crown Athlete, and he's able to stretch his legs away. So remember, you only have to use one car per round. So there's 7 cars in the championship, 7 rounds, and you get to go around all the cars over the season, and it's about when you use them. And Cyrex definitely deciding to use the Crown Athlete now, and it's helping. As everyone else goes through clearways further back, Techno and Twerdy still quite close together here. Twerdy can't seem to find a way through past the McGann of Techno there. So Techno doing a good defensive job here in the Skittles car, but the more power baby car of Twerdy looking for a way through, but again no way through is found. Techno just holding on to that racing line, just sitting on the line, not allowing any way through, just keeping himself on guard. Speaking of on guard, Unforgiven and Nifty Dark Ninja go into a war, and Unforgiven goes through into 7th place, and Nifty Dark Ninja then goes down to 8th. Either that or the order was like that, and they just one car ran wide or something, but not quite sure what happened there. But meanwhile up front, TY is still being hounded by Neil, and meanwhile Pash has been caught now by Bidster. Bidster in the McGann catching up to the guys in front, and he'll definitely have the top speed on him. So let's watch Bidster here. He might be able to get alongside Pash before Paddock Bend. But Pash goes into defensive mode, no way through for Bidster. Can he do the cut back down the hill? Going to be hard against the Audi, because with the Audi's 4-wheel drive, he should be able to plant it where he wants. Goes a bit wide, Bidster does, but he's alright as he brakes on the outside. Pash holds the inside line in the Audi. Good defensive move there by Pash, just holding the inside. And with the 4-wheel drive Audi, it can really keep to its apexes. It's a really good defensive car. The only thing it can't do is this bit, the straight line, because this is where the McGann gets its power down and can draw alongside. There we go. It gets right up to the back of the boot lid of that TT. But again, the McGann cannot find a way through onto the straight out of clearways. The Audi will get a good grip out of this corner. It'll pull a little bit of a gap there. You can see the little bit of a gap that Pash just pulled there. And now Bidster will claw that gap back in the draft with the more top end speed of the McGann. But again, not close enough yet to have a go. Pash still holds on to his position and holds on to the 4th place. Can Bidster go for a cutback? This time he gets a very fast line through the corner. Pash immediately goes on the defensive. No way through for Bidster. He's got to go around the long way. If you're going round me, Sunshine, you're going around the long way. Bidster says, alright, I'll give it a try. And he tries to get alongside for the way out, but the 4-wheel drive Audi just keeping the 4-wheel drive just keeping that car right tucked into the apex, and there is no way through for the McGann, but there could be now, because he's right behind him. He uses the power of the McGann. He pulls out to overtake into McLaren, and I think he's done it. Yes, he has. He's done it into McLaren. Can Pash hold on round the outside? He's trying to. Round the outside, lunges up the inside in the Audi. No way is he going to give that position up easily, but now they're on the straight. Bidster's close, so he should be able to get back past again. Further back, we've got Unforgiven with a bit of a train behind him now. He's got Nifty, Will, Techno, and Twerdy all behind him now. Meanwhile, Bidster's pulled alongside Pash again, but again, Pash defends the inside line. There is no way through for the McGann driver, but there is now, because Pash goes wide. Bidster goes through on the inside line, and then he takes the 4th place into Druids. Pash will try and come back round the outside, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that just yet. Further back, Nifty Dark Ninja's off, and Will. There's been something happen. Will's gone wide as well. Nifty's gone right back down to 11th place. We missed that one. We'll get that one for the replays for you later on, but Nifty's back down to 11th position. And looks like everyone else stayed in the same order, so it might have been his own personal mistake or something, but Will went a bit wide as well. Not quite sure what happened there, but again, later on we'll get that clarified in a replay for you all. And Unforgiven goes a bit wide into McLaren. Leaves himself open to attack from Will, who could leave himself open to attack from the 2 Renaults. And the last thing they need is an invitation, because on the straight they'll be fast anyway. So we've we go on board with Techno, we'll be able to see the speed of the Megans. So you can see we're actually catching up to the Audis now as we go on the straight. We're catching, but now we're into the braking zone. There's no way through for the Megans. A little lock up there from Techno as he under-rotates the inside wheel up the hill towards Druids. Will he have a go at Will this time, or will he stay behind? He's going to stay behind. No way through for Techno in the Megane. The Audis hold on to that inside curb. And I said that the Megane does hold its apexes very well, so it's no slouch, that Megane. Further up, Bidster holding off Pash now. He's trying to hold him off. Pash trying to attack back the best he can, but he'll not be able to now. Now that Bidster gets the power on. I wonder how long until Scott catches Pash up, if he can catch him up. Meanwhile, further up, Neil Farmack doing a brilliant job in that Audi to keep with the Hyundai of TY. TY choosing the Hyundai for this one. Neil Farmack in the Audi. Sarek still way in the lead in the Crown Athlete. So again, you've got to choose your cars wisely, and Sarek has done a brilliant choice here, picking that Crown Athlete, because that means that he's not going to really be challenged in these 3 races unless he has a massive issue. But this could be a big haul of points for Sarek, which could really help him out in the championship. In fact, it could even make him uncatchable before the last round. So we'll see how that goes. But TY and Neil still close together. Bidster and Pash slowly starting to catch these guys now ahead of them. We'll see what the lap times are this time round as we go across the line. But there is Unforgiven. He's pulled away from Twerdy now in 8th. Will's now down to 9th place in the TT. And Techno is up to 10th. Nifty's 11th. Firepower's 12th. They're trying to all catch up. Let's look at the lap times then further on. TY 55.1 with Neil on a 55.2. Very even there. Bidster 54.8. With a 55.2 for Pash, so Bidster pulling away there. 55.1 for Scott, so he's slowly catching Pash, but only slowly. He runs a bit wide there, that's not going to help things. Further back, Unforgiven on a 56.1 with a 56.6 for Twerdy. 58.5 for Will, so Will's lost some time there. So is Techno on a 58.8, 58.3 for Nifty. So 56.3, sorry, and 55.8. Firepower's fastest lap of the race, but he has got quite a bit of draft in front of him as well. But it'll be good to see Firepower get up some places. Nifty Dark Ninja pulls alongside Techno now. Pulls alongside, but no, Techno gets ahead on the power with the power on the Megane compared to the Audi. I mean, the Megane's not a very powerful car, but it's just that the Audi is such an underpowered car in its class. And it loses a lot of time on the straights, but it gains it all back in the braking zones and the corners. Further up, Pash runs wide in the Audi. Bidster, oh, Pash is ahead of Bidster again. Bidster must have had some kind of penalty or something, 56.6, or he ran wide or made a mistake. So Bidster is back behind Pash again, and he's now got to do it all over again. So we're just over halfway in this race, 13 of 22 here at Brands Hatch. As Bidster looks down the inside, Pash, no way through there for Bids. As Pash covers it off, says, no you don't, Sunshine, not yet. Everyone else out of Druids doing rather well there. And Bidster now goes to the inside, up on the inside, bang! Door handle to door handle contact as we go through McLaren. Bidster getting a bit frustrated here, trying to get himself through again. Now tucks himself to the inside. Pash will power out the corner with the 4-wheel drive, but now comes the front-wheel drive Megane and the extra power. And this time he could actually bring Scott with him if Pash isn't careful. Pash defends the inside hard. Bidster says, I'm not bothered, there's a gap on the inside, I'll take that. Into the Paddock Hill bend, turn 1, holds the inside curb, does Bidster, Pash around the outside. Even up to Druid. Scott has a lunge up the inside and again, can he get through? Oh, the door was open, Scott puts himself in there, but Pash says, no you don't, stay there, I'm not letting you through just yet, Sunshine, wait your turn. But Scott, good racing instinct there to try and use the door that Bidster left open, but Scott unfortunately not able to make that work as Pash defended quite hard there, and no way through for the Megane driver, but now there could be, because he pulls alongside, but no, he's on the wrong line now. But now he gets the inside for the next corner, he's put bullying that Audi out of the way, bang, bang, bang. Have that. Scott makes a gap, there wasn't really a gap there really. He should have backed off from the other corner, but Scott goes through with a bit of argy-bargy and gets 5th place, so he's got to be careful not to be too rough with people, because he could incur a penalty if he's not careful for dangerous driving and causing a collision, so he's got to be careful. We're not quite FIA standards with the penalties, guys. We do use a lot of common sense, unlike the FIA, but you know, we do We don't really like that kind of passing, as Pash tries to get him back on the inside, but even the four-wheel drive Audi can't climb its way up a curb, and Scott holds on to 5th place then. So a bit of a dodgy move there from Scott, but I'm sure Pash will try and fight back with every fibre of his being if the Audi will let him. Further back we have Unforgiven still in 7th. Twerdy's starting to catch him now though. 55.6 for Unforgiven and a 55.2 for Twerdy, so a big difference there in lap times. Twerdy is finally getting used to this Megane, and he's getting closer to the back of the TT in front. So it looks like the Meganes are coming good now in the race, just starting to get used to them. Will in 9th, Techno 10th, Nifty 11th in the Audi, and then we've got Firepower in 12th. Again, it's Firepower, I know he's at the back of the grid, but he can still see guys in front of him, so he's doing quite well still. Still got the people in sight. And a really good track to use the Audi on this one, because it's got a few strengths, and you don't want to waste a big car on this track, unless you're Cyrix and you know that everyone else has gone for those cars, and you're like, right, I'll go for this one then. I'll try and get 3 wins in the bag, which is really good thinking actually. And look at the consistency of the lap time from Cyrix. Apart from lap 13, every single lap within 2 or 3 tenths of each other. Brilliant stuff there from Cyrix. Meanwhile, further up, TY has now got pressure from Neil Farmack, who's in the TT. He's caught him. So TY is under threat now from Neil Farmack. Down the straight, the TT has no answer. In the corners, it does with the 4-wheel drive. You see how much you can keep to the tighter apex there. TY gets pushed wide a bit by his own car. Goes onto the defence. Neil looks up the inside, no way through. Both of them wide from defending. Neil gets on the power earlier with the 4-wheel drive, but TY still holds on. Further back, Bids to 4th. Scott 5th. Pash falling back from Scott in 6th. Now we've got Unforgiven and Twerdy into Druids together. Unforgiven goes a bit wide in the TT, but he holds on. Twerdy lunges up to the back of him, but there is no way through from the Megane driver. Techno holds on to 9th ahead of Nifty, and they're still quite close. Nifty a faster lap last time round, so watch this space. Techno as Nifty gets a good run and goes past the Megane on the inside, but has he got the top end speed to pull alongside? He's still alongside him though. Into the left-hander, mounts the curb. Techno goes wide and Nifty goes through. Good move there to take 9th place. Took advantage of the Megane making a mistake at the bottom of Graham Hill Bend, and Nifty goes through into 9th place. So let's see if we can hold on to that. Further up, TY and Neil Farmack. The battle for second still rages on, but Neil Farmack not able to get past the Hyundai still. The Hyundai of TY planted to the road, and still ahead in 2nd place. And not for the lack of trying with Neil Farmack, still trying really hard, but the Hyundai of TY doing rather well here. Further back we've got cars side by side, Unforgiven and Twerdy alongside each other. Unforgiven now has had to go into full-on defensive mode with Twerdy on the attack, but not close enough yet to have a stab. It might be for clearways though, if he can use the power of the Megane through these corners. Tries to use it, but again, unless he goes for a ridiculous lunge, he'll not get anything here. Hooks the car to the inside. Unforgiven goes wide, uses the 4-wheel drive to his advantage and powers his way out the corner onto the straight. Twerdy not far behind, still in the draft. He could actually have a go here at Paddock Hill Bend. He's closing right up behind. He could have a go here. Pulls out to the inside line. Twerdy to go past Unforgiven into 7th place, but Unforgiven holds on around the outside using the 4-wheel drive to his advantage and scraping the gravel and then out the corner. Twerdy just holds on, but Unforgiven, will he go for the dive on the inside? Twerdy says nope, I'm going in for an early apex, thank you very much and goodbye. Twerdy takes 7th place, Unforgiven down to 8th. Can he go for a cut back here? No, he can't. Not enough power down the hill. So Unforgiven now down to 8th place. They've got to watch out though, because Nifty's not too far behind. 55.2 for Nifty last time round. What a lap compared to Unforgiven on a 56.1. But again, remember they were battling a little bit as they came over the line. Further ahead, TY still holds on to 2nd place from Neil Farmack, who has still not found a way past that Hyundai. He's going to be absolutely spitting feathers at this rate, because he's got the pace, he's just not got enough pace to pass. If we look at the last lap times, 55.1 and 55.2. And if you look at Neil, 55.1, 55.2, lapping to within thousandths of a second of each other. Equal as anything here. But looks like the TT can keep up with the Hyundai in the draft, but looks like once it gets in front, it'll just get past again on the straights. But we'll have to see what kind of plan that Neil Farmack's got for TY here, and see what kind of plan that TY's got for Neil as well, you know, vice versa. TY, all TY needs to do is sit on the line and hold the hold the position, and the second place is his. Further back, we have, there's a look, Pash has been passed by Scott. Scott has passed Pash now, so Pash upon the back of Scott. I think that's been like that for a while, but still Pash, he's not leaving him alone now. Scott 56.5 last time round, 55.6 that time, 55.5 for Pash. They're still lapping very close together. Further ahead, meanwhile, Neil is as close to TY as he's ever been out of the Druids hairpin. We're on the penultimate lap of the race. Sarex is almost about to start his last lap already. He's almost another third of a lap ahead of these boys. But TY holding on to second place for now. Neil Farmack closes up. You see the closest speed of the Audi through the corners. TY defends the inside, goes in early. Didn't really need to defend that early, but again, I suppose he's got to watch the TT for darting up the inside last minute, because it is a TT at the end of the day. Further back, Nifty and Unforgiven are close together now. Nifty's caught up to Unforgiven, so the Jaffa Cage car attacking the independent car of Unforgiven into the right-hander. I've just noticed that Unforgiven's got the wrong number board on. He's got the one on from the Super GT, but never mind, that's not too important. Meanwhile, TY and Neil are still battling out for position, but Sarex here in the Crown Athlete, 54s down the board, apart from 155 there on lap 18, but well done to Sarex. He is going to take a win here, and I won't be surprised if he wins the next two, but we'll have to see, because you can never say never with LPB Racing. But Sarex comes across the line to win race 1 at Brands Hatch. Well done, Sarex. He wins race 1. Well done to him. In the Crown Athlete, TY is going to hold on for second place, or can he? Because Neil's right behind him. But again, I think TY's got this. With the Hyundai on the pure speed compared to the Audi, going to be close. But TY holds on to second place from Neil in third. Bidster's going to take fourth in the Megane. He'll take that, get some points in, do all he can. Scott is going to hold on to fifth, only just from Pash in the Audi in sixth place. Well done to them too. Twirdy's going to be seventh. And then we've got a little race to the line, 27th, Unforgiven 8th. Then we've got Techno and Nifty on the line, and Techno just gets Nifty in the Audi. So Techno gets ahead in the Megane. There's Will in the Audi, and then we've got Firepower finishing off the scores there. So guys, we will now take you to the replays of the race, followed by the results. So after that race then, let's now go and look at the replays of the race. Okay, here's a replay of some action then that happened on the end of the first lap into lap 2. So you see Bidster there runs wide, everyone else goes here, there and everywhere. We've got 3 or 4 wide up ahead. We're just waiting here, looking on board with Twirdy, looking at what's going to happen. Now we think, right, okay, let's look behind him now. Twirdy goes to the inside, and you're probably thinking, oh my word, and so am I. Then Nifty hits Will, Twirdy hits Nifty. It all happens, it all gets a bit chaotic, but Twirdy loses out and stays where he is, and then Techno ahead moves into 9th place ahead of Nifty Dark Ninja. Okay, here's a replay to piece together what happened between Will and Nifty on lap 9. So we're just approaching lap 9 now. We're on board with Techno going into Paddock Hill Bend. Watch the Unforgiven. Unforgiven runs wide, so does Nifty. Then Nifty taps Unforgiven, who then hits Will. We hit them both, we can't go anywhere. Twirdy has nowhere to go and hits Techno, but then we all recover, but unfortunately Nifty Dark Ninja doesn't recover quite as quick as the other guys, as a result of him going more sideways. So just a big concertina effect really. Just 3 cars ran wide and 3 cars somehow continued. Now here's a replay of what happened to Bidster for him to go back behind Patch again. Watch this, he goes wide over the grass, all follows over the white line, and the game now triggers a penalty for him, even though he didn't lose too much time, but still a half-second penalty, and he's got to serve it before the line, and or into the first corner or somewhere, but he's got to serve it at some point, so he decides to serve it now and get it done before the line, and then Pash goes through, and now Bidster's going to do all that hard work again. Now here's a replay of the move that Scott did on Pash on board with Scott, so watch this, we go side by side. And then Pash is on the curve, there's a little bit of contact, then Pash comes across a little bit, hits Scott, Scott then has to go wide into Pash, just racing contact really I think from what we can see there. And then we get on the power, and then Megane will pull away on the power as you can see there, and Scott takes 5th place. So as we come back from the replays, let's now go and look at the results of race 1. So your winner is Sarex in the Crown Athlete. Well done to Sarex, with TY second in the Genesis, Neil third in the TT, with Bidster fourth in the Megane, And then it's Scott in 5th in his Megane with the TT of Pash in 6th. Twiddy's finishes 7th in his Megane with the TT of Unforgiven in 8th. Techno finishes 9th in the Megane, and then it's all TTs with Nifty in 10th, Will 11th, and then we have Firepower who rounds off the 12 finishers. And then Sarex gets an extra point for the fastest lap with a 54.1 on lap 3. So as we come back from that then, there is your winner, Sarex in the Crown Athlete. A big well done there to Sarex. And we'll just get a decent shot of him. There he is. So he wins the race. Well done to him. And we will see you guys next time for race 2 here from Brands Hatch. We'll see you then, guys. Take care. That was an absolutely brilliant yet chaotic race from Brands Hatch Indy. Well, what else do we expect? Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Every single like and subscription really helps us out. And next time it's going to be race 2 from Brands Hatch, and you can see the sun is going to glisten off the cars and more action is on the way. We'll see you then.